So guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm out in Warburton, which is about 90 minutes outside of Melbourne, to do the Mount Donna Buang climb. Now I've come here probably a little bit later than I should have. It's about, just after 2 p.m. But it's a Friday, so it should be pretty chill. We'll see how we go. Just me riding solo today, so we'll see how we go. But anyway, wish me luck. I've only got one bottle cage on the bike, so gonna have to see how we go. It's about 17 kilometers the climb, I think, and then the good descent back. So I'm gonna see if I can get a coffee stop on the way back. It's pushing it for time today though. It's already just after 2 o'clock, so see how we go. So, in the back of the jersey we have got half a banana, which I have already consumed half of, an LCM bar. I've got some Haribo, the small little ring shaped ones, I don't know what they're called, but they are goat. And then electrolytes in the bidon, obviously. So it's absolutely beautiful here, by the way. The climb is just over this way. You start on Mount Donna Buang Road, I think it's called, and then just follow up for 17 k's and see how we go. So I'm a bit nervous but excited at the same time for this climb, because it's probably going to be my biggest one yet, but we'll see how we go. So nice here, guys. Unreal scene. Crisp air. Look at it. Stunning. I'm a couple of kilometers in. Little babbling brook down there. Couple of k's in. It's much steeper than the 1:20 I've done on the gradient. Oh, this climb. Legs are not feeling 100% today, despite the fact I had a rest day yesterday from the bike. This climb will be touch and go. We'll check in with you in a bit, see how we're tracking. Alright guys, we are about just over 4.5 k's in. It's pretty steep, averaging about 13 kph, which is really slow. But on this climb, I'm just honestly getting that climbing practice in. This is definitely going to top my most challenging climb of the last video, being the 1:20. But the scenes here make it so worthwhile. And looking at this incline, all you can think of is the 17 kilometers of straight descending, which we can do. So it's a struggle, but let's get it. Alright guys, I'm about, 8 kilometers in. Just had to stop for a quick break, stretch the back, because we're doing the zigzags across the road now. The gradient is that steep. This is actually really fucking challenging. Just me and the birds and the occasional car. Oh fuck, this is hard. I'm gonna keep pushing. Let's go. Okay, that 9K is in, thereabouts, and it is actually flattened out for the first time this entire ride. Had to make 2 stops so far. It is absolutely savage. Hello. Yeah, so yeah, it's actually crazy. The scenes though, absolutely unreal. Unreal. Crazy. Honestly, this is one of those times where it's like a mental battle. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. What the fuck is this? I'm now really nervous. Have I taken a wrong turn? This has suddenly become gravel. I think I have taken a wrong turn. Fuck. Should we stop or should we keep going? Sam, what's the go? It has turned into gravel. What the fuck? This is so sketchy. Oh. Sketchy shit this. I'll check in a few more Ks. Woo. It is hot. We are still riding on the gravel part on a road bike. A little bit scared. I'm not sure if this is the correct way. Might have to stop and check the Strava. A little bit sketchy, but it is beautiful. Oh my god, that is... I knew something was wrong as soon as this road started to turn to this gravel. Something was off, so I checked the Strava. I need to get a bike computer ASAP, because I literally would not have taken this wrong turn if I was looking at it properly, instead of looking at the views and the scene and the struggle. Mate, taking a wrong turn, ended up on a gravel road for like half a K. So now we've got to loop back and go back up, because the gradient like flattened right out. I'm like, this can't be right. So back down we go. And we are back on course, ladies and gentlemen. The gradient is back. Oh, pain. That detour might be costly. May have to get at the emergency LCM in a minute. This shit is getting hectic. Beautiful though, beautiful. You know when you're in a place where it's so quiet that all you can hear is literally the sound of your pedal strokes, the birds, waterfalls, beautiful stuff. One thing I'm noticing with this climb, now that I'm about 12 Ks in, is that the gradient has definitely leveled off a little bit. I actually didn't read the gradient details and stats too much before I came. Sometimes I think it's better to be a bit ignorant, you know. And as I say that, the gradient gets steeper. But if you would ask someone to describe like what their happy place is, I think for me it has to be riding a bike in beautiful places like this. Absolutely stunning. deep in the hurt locker here. Had to put on some music, tunes to absolutely get you through that last bit of the climb. Only a few Ks left. This descent is going to be so worth it. Let's go! Love this shit. Stunning up here, man. Unreal. So good. 15 Ks in. Had to pull out the emergency LCM. Carb up. It is getting real now. This shit is so hard. But I love it. The views, the scene, honestly unreal. Nothing but the birds and your pedal strokes. Amazing. Couple more Ks to go. Woo. Less than 2 Ks left on the ride. It is hard. Feeling the pinch right now. LCM's kicked in. Let's go! We're on the last K. Oh, last push. So close. Oh. This shit is hard, but I love it. I just passed a guy who was hiking down this road, and he just goes to me, "Yeah, bro, come on, you got this." And I was just like, "Fuck, bro, it's so hard." But I love that, just that encouragement just from a random stranger. He just understood the assignment, you know what I mean? And I love that. Sometimes you need that, you know? Last little push on 16 Ks of 17. Let's go. Guys, we have made it to the top of Mount Donna Buang. 18.83 Ks to this point here. Where are we? That was hard. Honestly, has to be up there with the hardest thing I've done on the bike so far. So worth it though, so worth it. There is this observation tower, as you can see. Probably would get a nice view up there. But to be honest, I actually can't be effed. I do not have the legs. I can feel a slight cramp coming in my left calf, which is not a vibe. Lucky the entire 18 Ks back is a descent. And then secondly, I'm here by myself. I got no one to watch the bike. And although there's only a few people up here, never can be too careful, you know? But it is absolutely stunning, this climb. Just want to set myself a challenge, and I'm glad I've done it. It's one of those things where it's mind over matter. Like, my body can keep going, like I've got the fitness. The legs have got a little bit of a way to go, but I've definitely got the, like, cardiovascular wise, I've got the fitness. So it's a good benchmark for me actually to see where I'm at on a really steep gradient of a climb. Yeah, so cooked. But now for the best part, we get to descend for 18 Ks. Let's go. It's definitely mind games that you play with yourself. Like, as I've said, fitness wise, I'm there, but it's just a case of so many times, even only like 7 or 8 Ks in, I just wanted to give up straight up, just turn back around and go down. But I was like, do you know what? I didn't come all the way here to just give up. And mind you, I'm doing this by myself. I don't have moral support. I don't have anyone with me to pick me up. So it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. But it just goes to show, just mind over matter. Put your mind to it and you can do it. It is absolutely stunning up here, by the way. So quiet, man. So nice. You definitely have to get yourself up here if you haven't before. Challenge yourself. Time to descend, baby. Descending, baby. Let's go. That is the end of the descent. Done. And that is the Mount Donna Buang climb and descent done. That was the most incredible 18 kilometers of descending I think I've done on the bike so far. Honestly, bike handled it really well actually. Handled the corners incredibly well. But now, it is time to get a well-earned coffee and some food. Let's see what's open. Woo. Let's debrief at a cafe. So, just finished up. It was very late in the afternoon, so only one place was open, just. I managed to get a coffee in because I didn't have one since earlier this morning, so I had a little pastry as well, which I polished off. But yeah, next to this absolutely gorgeous spot, just down the road from the entrance of the climb. But yeah, just wanted to debrief a little bit on the ride. It was actually crazy. It has to be hands down the hardest thing I've done on the bike so far, definitely. It actually ended up being to the observation deck that you would have seen earlier. It was about 19 point something kilometers, so it was actually a little bit longer. Actually, interesting story. The same guy that I saw, that I told you about, that gave me like a come on, let's go, like about 17k into the ride, which I thought was the end, but there was 2k's after. I actually saw him at the cafe, like literally. As I was getting this coffee, he walked past me and I'm like, oh no way, it's you. But anyway, funny how the world works. But anyway, the descent though, we have to talk about the descent. That was like 19k's of actual bliss. Descending has to be, it makes the climbing, the pain of climbing, so worth it. Like if you can get through the climbing, you can definitely get through the descents. Love it, so good.
When the wind is blowing strong and the night's a little colder, when you're tired of walking on with the smoke still in the sky, when all the noise from your day tries to crowd out all your peace, let my voice sweep you away as you're drifting off to sleep. And I say love, I'll be.
Thought I'd go a little bit over the Strava stats for this ride, see what Strava's telling me I did. So the climb starts at the base of Mount Donna Buang Road and then ends at the observation tower, which you would have seen at the top. So let's see what elevation gain it's telling me. So my biggest climb, obviously. Elevation gain of 1,131 meters. That's crazy. Total moving time was 2 hours, so it probably took me like 90 minutes to do the climb itself. Granted, I stopped like probably 5 times to take a break, stretch the back out. taking the scenes, to be honest, because I'm in no rush. I was not racing anybody, but just putting the miles in the legs, as they say. So just getting that training in for the Gran Fondo coming at the end of March. So very keen for that. But anyway, back to the stats. Average speed was 17.7. So granted, the entire climb was probably an average of like, I think it was saying, my watch was saying about 10 kilometers an hour for the climb, which that's to be expected. But okay, so new maximum speed achieved on the bike on the descents. Now granted, on the descents, I'm still relatively new, so I'm not, like, my bike handling's pretty good, I think, but I'm not confident enough to full send it on a descent just yet. But the descent was saying 63.5 was my max speed, which is probably, previous to that, it was probably like 52 was my max speed on a descent, so pretty happy with that. It's only 36 in total, the climb and the descent's about 36 kilometers in total, but I'll overlay the data from Strava and the map so you can see. Honestly, there were so many times when I just wanted to give up, like just quit, but I think it's a lesson doing anything like this in just pushing through that mind over matter thing, you know, just your mind will stop well before your body does. That's for sure. And I was out there on my own, with no one except that guy that I saw at the end, 17Ks, who bigged me up. And yeah, and I'm not on the lightest carbon bike you'll ever see, so, you know, just goes to show, like, just put your mind to it and just keep pushing through that mental barrier, because you can do anything you put your mind to, like in sports, in life, career, whatever it is. Just keep pushing, because then I would never have got to the top, never have seen the views, never have enjoyed that 18Ks or 19Ks of descending, which was, honestly, makes the climbing so worth it, to be honest. But so that's it. Mount Donna Buang climb done and dusted, locked. We'll see what comes next. I just love cycling so much, man. I'm just so obsessed with it. I'm only like a few months in and I'm actually obsessed. So makes me so keen to do like alpine climbs over in Europe and that, like next summer. So, but anyway, beautiful scenes here in Warburton, like where the climb is. It's actually so insane. Like, look at this view. Honestly, beautiful here. Beautiful.